everyone. Sorry about that. I pressed the wrong button, but we're back on schedule now. All right. So, we are picking up today with more Inktober. Sorry about that. I know Captain Colorblind was in the chat there. I accidentally dropped my stream. Sorry about that. We're back online now. So we're picking up today with more Inktober sketches. And we're going to start off today with day 10, which is Crabby. I'll repeat that and put it on the screen. Inktober, day 10. Crabby. Okay, yes. Woo! Hi, Captain Colorblind. Thanks for popping back into the stream. Well, let's see. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday evening. I'm having a pretty good day. Mostly was a boring work day, but can't complain. I'm drawing this all wrong. Let's see here. The weather was very nice today. It was like perfectly sunny, breezy, 70s. It was very, very nice. I look forward to more days. Hello, Captain Colorblind. Let's see. Did I do anything interesting this weekend? Let me think. Oh, my husband and I, we went outside in the yard and we put on our Taekwondo sparring gear and we fought each other in our gear. That was a ton of fun. Yep. He has some wooden swords because he also used to take like fencing and karate like a long time ago. And I have some wooden swords and I have some nunchucks and stuff from Taekwondo. And we took those out and we kind of taught each other what we knew. Like he taught me some basics about fencing and that was a lot of fun. and I taught him a little about nunchuck basics. It's really funny. I learned nunchucks in Taekwondo for like a brief period of time because they were offering it as like extracurricular material. Nunchucks are not like a normal part of Taekwondo curriculum, but it was just like some extra fun weapons thing. And I learned them like on and off sometimes, either at like camps or I would take like a 6-week class at Taekwondo. And I've kind of retained some of the basics. They're a lot of fun. They're like I've learned a couple of different weapons, just passingly, you know, like I don't call myself an expert at any of these weapons. But I learned a little bit about nunchucks. I learned a little bit about bow staff. I learned a little bit about I even learned a little bit about like the Japanese kendo sword. That was a ton of fun. It was really funny when I took that class, because when I took that class, it was like available for these weapons classes were typically only available for black belts to sign up for. And when I signed up for the sword class, it just happened to be like a very small class. It was like 3 or 4 of us, and it was only women. And there is this basic strike with the sword that you learn. That's just a basic, straightforward strike to the top of the head, and it's called men in Japanese, M-E-N. And it was really funny because you sometimes in class you would see this like line of women holding swords, doing sword strike practices. You were supposed to scream the strike you were doing, and you were supposed to scream the strike you were doing, and it was just a line of women with swords going, men, men, men. And it would, sometimes the men folk in the class, or like sitting around in the waiting room for the next class, would get a little nervous. That was really kind of funny how that worked out. The nunchuck classes were the ones that I took first. I was maybe like 13 or 14 when I took them. And it's really and this is also kind of funny because I have my nunchucks, like my original nunchucks that I saved from the class. They're not just, like typically if you want to get like practice, baby's first nunchucks, you can get them made out of like foam and plastic, and they're held together by like a rubber, or not a rubber, but like a cord. A nylon cord. Like everything is very soft and safe. Even if you bonk yourself, you're not really going to do much damage. But the ones that I saved from my class are like, they have a wooden core covered in a layer of foam and then real chains holding them together. And I still have those from leftover from my class. And you can tell that I was a teenager when I acquired them because they have these like little glittery Halloween stickers on them. Because I just put them on there because I wanted to. I had the most fun, I think, with the nunchuck class and the sword class. Like the bow staff class was super fun, don't get me wrong. I still have my old bows. I still have like all my weapons from all my Taekwondo stuff that I learned. Like I still definitely keep it. I remember like a wee bit of what I learned. Not a ton. But yeah, I definitely keep them because I want to like every now and then be able to just kind of like crack them out. Play around with them. I have this beautiful bow staff made out of some kind of white wood that has these little spirally patterns in them here and there. And I remember getting that bow staff and feeling really special because out of everyone who took that bow staff class, I was the only one who had a white staff. Everyone else had like just regular brown and black wood staffs. But I was like, ooh, mine's a different color. I'm special. This is the, this is like my Harry Potter wand, you know? Is almost how I want it. I love the nunchucks, though. Those, if I had to, like, you know, choose your weapon, I would choose nunchucks. I'm going to save this real quick. All right. Let me make the face a little bigger. So this is a crabby little witch, as many people can see. If I could impart some basic wisdom about any of those weapons that I learned, it would probably be this. All of the flashy, like, spins and twirls and flippy dips and stuff that you see people do in the movies and stuff is actually, like, not practical for combat. It's a good way to, like, do wrist exercises and keep your wrists and arms loose and limber, but it has no practical combat uses. Especially for the bow. The bow has all, like, you can just, like, twirl a bow in front of you, and I guess technically it would defend you because, like, you couldn't, it'd be hard to jab something in there, but, like, it would be such a waste of your energy. Like, there's more energy efficient ways to block incoming attacks without, like, just making a windmill out of your staff. My husband showed me a video the other day about, not Krav Maga, about Muay Thai kickboxing, and it was really neat. It was just talking about basically, like, what Muay Thai is and how it appears in fighting video games. But man, Muay Thai just looks so cool. Like, if I ever was to learn a martial art other than Taekwondo, I would definitely want to try out Muay Thai. It looks super just fun, you know, like all those fast flying kicks, and the kicks make it seem like it wouldn't be that hard to transfer some of my Taekwondo skills into Muay Thai, you know? Both martial arts seem to be concerned with, like, fast, tough kicks. Alright. That was crabby. Now we'll move on to day 11. Eagle. I was very happy when I saw this one. This one was a bird prompt. I picked a really cool eagle. It's called a harpy eagle. A harpy eagle is really cool because it has these like horned tufts on its head, kind of like a great horned owl. Let's see here. I like drawing animals these days. I used to hate drawing animals. I used to think they were just the most difficult thing. And I think it's what I draw most of the time these days. You know, I draw those guardian beasts. Those are like fantasy animals. there was a period of time in college where like I was drawing horses a lot just because I wanted to draw people riding horses. I wanted to draw like horseback characters. And so I was like, oh man, one time I drew some knight characters, right, on horses, and I showed them to my mom. And my mom is a very good artist too. I get my drawing skills from her. And I showed her the horses, and I showed the dogs, and she was like, these horses look whack. You know, like she didn't use those words, but in so many words, she was like, these horses suck. You need to use some references or something for horses. She was always so, she was really good at giving, like, just a blunt criticism. And you couldn't even be mad at her for it because she's right. So yeah, after that, I was like, well, she's right. I better get good. And then I spent some time drawing horses. I haven't drawn horses in a long while. I probably need to refresh myself all over again on how to draw horses. But yeah, that's how you get good. You figure out what you're crappy at, and then you just like climb the mountain. That's how you get good. I especially wanted to get, eventually, I especially wanted to get good at drawing birds because I love birds so much. Yeah, these wings should be bigger. This looks weird. Yeah, if you ever find the time, I encourage you to Google what a harpy eagle looks like. They're really beautiful creatures. I don't know that much about them. I just like kind of found out about them because I was trying to figure out like, ooh, what kind of eagle should I do for this? That's a nubby toe. standing on a thing. Oh my gosh, if you haven't seen yet on Netflix, there's a new season of Nailed It, the world's greatest baking show. And it's all Halloween themed challenges. It was very good. There's only like 6 episodes, unfortunately. I know because I accidentally just like binged all of them the other day. And the new season of Unsolved Mysteries, the new like series I should say, on Netflix is supposed to get like next week, I want to say, and I'm super excited about that. I can't wait. Give me them mysteries. Love it. I've been listening to Red Web podcast. Their most recent episode is this month because of Halloween. They're doing episodes all this month about haunted houses, and I'm like sort of excited about that. I don't always find haunted houses interesting, just because I don't always find like ghost stories interesting. I grew up watching a lot of ghosty shows on like the Discovery Channel and stuff as a kid, and a lot of hauntings are just not that interesting, you know? Like, a lot of them are like, the ghosts don't do anything too crazy. Like, oh, you might see one in a photograph, or they turn the lights on and off, or they like move stuff around, and it's like, meh. I just don't think that's all that scary or mysterious. If I lived in a house and I was like, did I leave that cabinet open? I wouldn't think I was haunted. I would think I was just like losing my mind. Like, that mischief is entirely too mundane. I did like the episode they did last week, I think it was, where they talked about this episode where like supposedly the walls were like oozing blood, and they could hear like voices and stuff in the walls, and that was pretty creepy. It was interesting. Every time I've heard stories, like growing up, you would hear stories about haunted houses like that, where they're like, and then there was blood coming out of the walls. Whoa. My first instinct is to think like, did anybody collect a sample of that blood and test it and see like, really, is this blood? And if so, like, is this people blood? Is it cow blood? Is it somebody pulling a clever effects prank? And it was neat because in this particular story, they did collect samples of blood and test what it was. And fascinatingly, it turned out to be type O blood. And it was really unusual because nobody in the household had type O blood. So that was kind of a fun, cool mystery. And I suppose it was, they determined also that it was like people blood. I would assume that means it's people blood. Get the under fluffies here. Eagle. All right. I think I'm gonna just make a whole new layer set for the last one. The last one is forget. Man, I like good prompt list. I like a good drawing challenge, but some of these prompts, like, kind of suck. There are some on the list this year that I'm, like, legitimately not excited to do. Like, there's one that's just booger. There's another one that's forget. Oh no, I mean day 12 obviously is forget, and then there's another one that's like I don't know. There's just like some really like empty. Empty is one that I'm gonna be doing tomorrow, which I figured out something to draw for it. But it's like, why are all of these like non-engaging prompts popping up? Like, I don't know. I think this is like very different from like I'm not saying they're crappy or bad prompts. It's like they're not what I'm used to, I guess. I was just telling my husband the other day, like the reason I I think the reason that I fail to finish Inktober so many times is because ooh, that's way too thick. Is because I'm so used to seeing artists online that do they're professional illustrators, and whenever they do Inktober or Mermay or any kind of like month long drawing challenge, they basically just like bust out a whole colored glorious masterpiece like every day for 30 straight days. And I think to myself subconsciously, like, that is the standard that I have to be drawing at. And so when I start Inktober, I try to do that, and then it's like I burn out. I wish I had that, like, I don't know, that energy, I guess, to bust that out, or like that I was just comfortable doing that. It's like performing as an athlete, you know? It's like a muscle. And if your muscle is not like at the pro level, you can't perform at the pro level. And there's no shame in that, you know? My drawing muscles are just not that of like draw feet. Or there's a YouTube channel that my husband and I like called Subjectively. And that guy, the people on there are all professional illustrators, and they do drawing challenges, kind of like what Drawfee does. And they are fantastic artists, and we love seeing what they make. And I realized as I was doing Inktober this year that like I'm going to burn myself out. I try to make just this like elaborate, flawless masterpiece every single day for 30 days. I don't think I can hold myself to that standard just yet. I mean, if I keep doing this, someday, you know, keep working that muscle, keep exercising that muscle, someday you can hold yourself to that standard, but today is not that day. 2022 is not that year. Whoa. Tiny hands. So yeah, like I've been doing this, like so far I'm at day 12. Good so far, right? Usually it's around 15 or 16 that I run out of steam, and I'm doing this all different from how I usually do it. You know, I've been making these sketches in advance. I force myself to like bust out 3 a day, which 3 days a week, which turns out to be like 9 drawings in a 7-day week. So, like, in a strange way, this is forcing me to keep up. And I'm not trying to, like, make a Botticelli painting every day. Just keeping it loose, keeping it cash. As loose and cash as it is, I would like to draw a decent hand. Let's see here. There we go. saved in a while. There we go. On my tablet, I have a hotkey that is linked to the save function. So, like, all I have to do is press the upper rightmost button on my tablet, and then, boop, it saves. It's kind of satisfying. Let's see here. This hand is like out of control. This is like an old grimace hand. There we go. Brain doesn't want to work. Here we go. There we go. We got some sheepish hands. Maybe wondering what this is. How is this representing forget? Well, you'll see. If you haven't guessed yet what I'm drawing me forgetting to draw for Inktober. Gotta make the calendar accurate. Must make accurate calendar. Well, doesn't really make sense to put the numbers in here. There we go. I'll even add this. My husband asking from the next room, "Did you draw today?" Huh? Oh yeah, I'm going to draw my little... There we go. Well, alrighty. Thank you. Thank you, Captain Colorblind. I might have to draw my husband on stream sometime. I wonder how he'd feel about that. All right, we got 3 more drawings down. We were, let me think here. We were 4 days behind. Now we're 1 day ahead. That's how it's gonna be, baby. This is one wild, wacky Inktober. Thank you to everyone who tuned into the stream today. It means a lot to me that I have people viewing the stream and listening. And if anybody is not able to make it, or there were like audio problems and you didn't get to like catch the stream for whatever reason, I record all my streams and I upload them to my YouTube account. You can find me on there as well. I'm also Glyphotech on YouTube, and that's where all my streams are. And if you want to know announcements of when I'm going to draw again, or if you want to just like look back on past drawings, I have a Facebook page called Glyphotech Drawing Stream. You can follow that page and get any kind of notifications about when my streams are going to happen or updates that are important. Thank you everyone so much again. It means a lot that people are watching and listening. I think this has been really good for me to just get me to draw more, and I hope that means that in future I can keep getting better and making better drawing content for my viewers like you. This stream has been brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. And good night.